good to get a win. Wins are hard to get. Want to know, but I guarantee you, everybody in this organization realizes that we didn't play as well as we wanted to. That's just a flat-out fact. I thought our defense, we gave up. We had missed Simon on first play, on a long touchdown run. And then we collected ourselves on defense shortly thereafter and pretty much dominated them. Didn't give them anything. And then we had another missed assignment on a very similar play on the weak side again at the end of the game, which led to another long touchdown run. Aside from that, they didn't get a whole lot done. I thought we had them in position near the end of the second quarter where we could have stuck a fork in them and really jumped on them. We couldn't capitalize offensively. We had a number of missed opportunities offensively, 1st and 2 on 2, can't get the ball in the end zone. Get down there the next time and fumble the ball. Miss guy open for a touchdown, make a nice throw and he drops the ball. Hit the crossbar on the field goal. Overthrow guy for a touchdown in the second half. And so from that standpoint, we got to get better. I thought obviously Brady's punt return was a big play because there was a point in time there they had the lead and they were moving the ball. And so that was a huge play. And then before you knew it, we were up 17-7. But it didn't feel like we were. And we got the ball first in the second half and needed a touchdown, and we did. We got it. We're up 24-7. And you thought the route could be on, but it wasn't. So there'll be a lot to learn from in this tape, and we got to get better.
News in front with Zach.
Yeah, you talked a lot about just a sense of urgency the last 2 weeks. That's kind of what you stressed at the time you kind of spoke to us. Did you guys have it today and feel like just those miscues were kind of just things that happened in the game, or do you feel like maybe lacking a sense of urgency at times?
No, I thought the preparation was good. I think we had their attention. I think everybody was probably shocked on the first touchdown run. And I thought the kids didn't panic, and we rebounded from that. And we just have to execute a little better. We can't, when you got opportunities to score touchdowns, you got to score them. And that's what we did really well last year. When we had those opportunities, we made the plays.
Zach, on your left and Sammy.
Curt, you talked a little bit about the defensive performance. You have the 2 big busts. On the other hand, they didn't snap the ball on the plus side of the 50 all day. Just how do you pick apart essentially a game like that where you do have a couple of really obvious busts, but on the other hand, the vast majority of the game goes.
I wouldn't overcomplicate it. I think you just picked it apart. In fact, they were running clock in the second quarter trying to shorten the game. There, the last 7.5 minutes of the second quarter. So they didn't get much done except for 2 missed assignments, which led to big plays, and the quarterback's fast. So, yeah.
Sammy on your left and Randy.
How would you say your team lived up to the standard of your program?
Who?
Your team?
Yeah, I think this is a great learning tool for us. And, they scored that first touchdown, and to our team's credit, we rallied back. But the mistakes, intercept a pass and get a penalty. There was just a lot of stuff, a lot of things like that, that my teams in the past haven't done. When we have open guys for touchdowns, we made the catch or made the throw. And so, we'll see it on tape.
Randy on your left and Matt.
Yeah, you talk about the missed scoring opportunities, 4 trips inside, and it was a 10 that did yield a touchdown. Anything in particular you look at and say this was the main issue?
I would start with the plan. Maybe it wasn't a very good plan. We do it on Thursdays, and it was the low red and goal line, and I was really concerned about it leading up to the kickoff. And there wasn't a lot of goal line on tape because people were scoring explosive touchdowns.
Right.
And we certainly had those opportunities to do that and didn't, and ended up on the goal line. So I'd start with the plan, and then I'm sure I'll put the tape on. The execution isn't very good. I hear comments on the headset about this guy was supposed to do this and that guy was supposed to do that. So.
Matt on your left and Seth.
Coach, I know you'll see a lot more when you watch the tape, but as far as Fernando, it looked like him just a little bit out of sync, a little bit out of rhythm. Just your thoughts on how he kind of managed the game and his play today.
Yeah, I thought he made some good plays. He left some plays out there. He got off rhythm a couple times. And, that's the thing we've been trying to clean up with him is speed up his processing once the ball snapped and keep him on rhythm.
Second front and Daniel.
Coach, you talked about the punt return. Just with Jonathan Brady, I know you said, I think, last week at fall camp that job was still up for grabs. Just when did he win that job and what set him apart from the rest of the pack that kind of led you in that direction?
Well, I think we have some good candidates there. And I think for about the last 2 to 3 weeks, we've been leaning Brady stronger every day because he catches the ball well, he makes good decisions. The punt returner is different than the kickoff returner. You got to make good decisions whether to field the punt or not, be a good communicator on the Peter call, when to play the bounce, when not to play the bounce, how to play the 10. And, he's an intelligent football player with good ball skills.
Daniel in front and Jim.
When you mention mistakes, how much of it, worries you, and how much of that is just it's early in the year and clean up?
I'm not pleased with the way we play. So, we can't be any more clear than that.
Jim in front and Zach B.
Coach, the running game was a good look today. The new revamped offensive line, Roman Henry goes for over 100. Caleb Black had a lot of yards as well. I know you have to watch the film to grade it out, but was that a positive, something you took away from today from so far?
It seemed like we pushed them around and we were opening up some holes, yeah. And, unless they brought house blitz, but sure seemed that way, yeah.
I'll wrap it up with Zach B.
Coach, the 3 interceptions of the day, what do you make and what do you take away from the play of your secondary today?
I think I got to see those on tape again, but we got guys back there that have good ball skills. And a couple of those were deflected balls, I think, too, right? And they were big plays in the game. And Pond's, Sharp, Farrell. Farrell's a really good player. And then, we got Boykin from NC State and Lewis Moore got a lot of experience. So every week's a new challenge. That was a different offense because of the way they spread you out and the ability of the quarterback to run the ball. And those plays were game changers, no doubt.
All right, thanks, players.
Thank you.